You're watching Drake Wing Gaming. Enjoy the video. Hey guys, Nary here from Drake Wing Gaming, something to me on Twitter, The Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Heroes Advent, Kody's Path. So let's go ahead and jump right back into it, guys. Please sit back and enjoy for the next 18 minutes while I entertain you, and let's jump right in. Alarm saying you're up, and let's go. Okay. She began to chow down the meal once you made sure it was safe and finished it in no time. After heading to your bathroom for your usual routine, you realized you still had some time to kill before your shift, so you decided to take it slow for now. You spent the past 15 minutes walking around the balcony, then the room, then sat down on your bed. Actually, guys, let's, actually go back. And there we go. Which one was this? Okay. I'm gonna load that. We're gonna go back. Tomahawk lemon with pan-fried mash. Submit. Alright. Alright, let's see. You're about to take another set of orders when Kody called for you. He was eyeing order you. Something wrong? Well. Oh, yes, I did it! Okay, yes! We got it right! Thank you! Thank you, my very special friend. You know who you are. You were right. Well, this is, I guess you're not wrong. Yamato palm puree is technically mashed Yamatos. I can see why you'd call it like that. Wait, you mean they aren't the same thing? They aren't. Palm puree has more liquidy consistency. It's the puree in its name, you see? He said with a smile. So, I did it wrong. So did I do it wrong? No, technically you're still correct, but it's important to know the difference. I see. Good. Anyhow, I'll prepare it in a minute. Stand by. You waited around for a moment before he set the plate of food onto the serving tray. Order up! You took the food and delivered it to the customer, who seemed quite pleased so far. After that, there wasn't a whole lot going on throughout your shift. Maybe a few customers here and there ordering smaller side dishes and drinks. You haven't seen a lot of guildmates dropping by either. Kody said it's probably because most of them were on multiple day quests since yesterday, and that they would most likely be back by night. You managed to survive through the day, and before you know it, Ashford was back for his shift. Okay, let's see. Leopard Kody is still... Okay, pretty good, actually. We'll go just in time for the night rush. Okay. I suppose, what for? I wouldn't know myself. Blah, 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 blah. Kody chimed in. Nice work today, Cassian. Yes. Monday, the hen, and he, and a night, I don't know. Alright, see you guys tomorrow. Let's see. Okay. Alright. Yay, we're almost there! Hey guys, we're almost back to where we were. Fantastic. Alright. Nice. Alright. You realize that there's not much to do to entertain yourself. There is that TV monitor thing in the living room, but you still couldn't figure out how to turn it on. Maybe you could ask someone about it, but maybe not right now. I'm bored. You decided to look through your backpack again to pass time. Not that there's a lot of things to go through inside, since you've already emptied most of them when you first got here. Huh? You almost put your backpack away when your hand caught something inside. It was your phone back from your old world. Aside from some scratches on the screen, it was in a fairly good shape. It wasn't one of those latest models most people at college had, but for what it's worth, it served you quite well for the few months after you bought it with your allowance. You flipped it around a few times, reminiscing about your past life in the old world. Though the phone had long run out of batteries since you've arrived here, you decided to bring it with you as a memento. After shoving it back into the bag, you decided to head down to the tavern. Might as well go and help Kody early anyways. You circled around the main hallway towards the tavern's back door when you saw Max was there as well. He was speaking to Kody. Something tells you it was a serious conversation. Approach them. You were unsure about it at first, but you decided to come closer. Good morning, Kody. Good morning, Max. Oh, good morning, Cassian. You're here early. Guess you're aiming for Employee of the Month, huh? Nah, I happen to wake up earlier than usual. How about you, Max? How are you? Are you here to inspect something? I'm good. Just talked about something with Kody here. Max said with quite the concerned look on his face. So here's the thing. When I allowed you to work under Kody, I was under the impression that he would give you some sort of combat training. Instead, I only see you working as a waiter and in the kitchen for the past couple days. And I don't know if that's okay. You can't fight the evil king with kitchen utensils or smiling at him while handing out the menus. Hey now, don't be like that, Max. Cassian here is quite the hard worker. Give him some credit, will ya? As a waiter, sure, but as a mercenary, I don't think so. Then what should we do? I'll give you a choice, Cassian. You can stay in the kitchen playing the tavern's best maid, or you can come with me and become a proper mercenary. I bring you back here just before the night shift starts in case you want to help Kody out for a bit before calling it a day. You scratched your head, looking at Max and Kody, both of whom seemed equally concerned. Well, what Max said is not wrong, but what about Kody? Can I just leave him here alone like this? Well, technically he's still got Ashford, but I did promise to help him running the kitchen, right? He took a deep sigh. So, what will it be, Cassian? Choose to stay. I'm staying with Kody. I'm staying with Kody, you stinky wolf. I'm sorry, Max, but I'll have to stick with Kody. You said after taking a long moment to muster up the courage, which seemed to take them both by surprise. Is there any logical reason as to why you would choose to be a kitchen helper? Actually, yes, there is. I've learned how to be agile and observant while helping Kody for the past few days. All the recipes, the steps, the menus, the today's special, I have to memorize them all. Restocking the ingredients, carrying those heavy boxes, which in a way does make me tougher. It may not look like much, but I've actually been training in a very unique way. Cody's way, if you will. You smiled at Kody as you said, who seemed really flustered. Well, that does sound logical to me. Alright, you can stay and help Kody if that's what you want, but I'll have to test you someday to see if you're really, in a way, training with Kody. Are you alright with that, Cassian? Yeah, I think I'll be ready by then. Okay, I'll be on my way then. See you later, Kody, Cassian. Oh. And with that, Max left the tavern. You were waving him goodbye when you suddenly felt two big fluffy arms wrapping around you from behind, pulling you back into a tight embrace. Kody! You felt your face getting red as the bear rested his chin on your shoulder. Thank you, he whispered softly. What are you kitties doing? Being silly kitties. No problem, Kody, you muttered. Quite frankly, you're flustered as heck. His hug was nothing new, but something about this one just felt different. You couldn't help but feeling all warm and fuzzy inside. That is until you realized your spine was about to pop. Warm feelings gone. Kody, can't breathe! The bear finally loosened his embrace as you flailed your arms around. I'm sorry, I got a tad bit too excited. Well then, shall we head inside? He opened the door as you followed him inside. Sure, how can I help this early in the morning? Well, I usually try to make a new menu for the day's special. Oh, you make a new one every day? Yeah, I try to experiment with different menus for the specials every day. If the menu is high in demand, I'll try to circulate it a couple times before adding it to the static menu. That way the menu gets refreshed every now and then. Correct! That way people will stay interested for a longer time. I think there are still some frequent patrons who are always curious about what we'll serve for the specials. I see. You see the snow leopard arriving through the back door. Oh, morning, Ash. Good morning, Cassian. You're here early. Yeah, I woke up a lot earlier than I shoulda, so I just thought of going here. That's a good mindset. Always show up before your shift. That way you can prepare yourself mentally for the day's work. Alright. Noted. So, Kody, what are we gonna make for today? I was thinking about something sweet and savory. A mix of both, kind of like a mix between breakfast and lunch menu. Oh, so a brunch menu. Yeah, that's a good one, Cassian. Breakfast and lunch is brunch. What's lunch and dinner then, Linner? He laughed. Well, actually, back in my place, brunch is a thing. Oh, so you guys eat 5 times a day? Breakfast, brunch, lunch, dinner, and dinner? No, not like that. What I meant is, the people back in my world eat brunch if they can't have breakfast in time. The menu is quite more filling than a breakfast, but still light enough so that they can still have lunch later on. Interesting. Do you have any examples of this brunch menu? What do you usually serve for breakfast and lunch? Outside of the static menu, I mean. Well, we have oatmeal, flapjacks, milk and cereal, and waffles. For today, we'll have vegetable and meat stir-fry, fried and baked quail, and thinly sliced buffalo meat that we're gonna stir-fry with sweet and salty sauce. Good God, that sounds good. So, do we mix all those menus up? I don't think it's gonna work. Do you have any suggestions, Cassian? Oh, well, maybe we can mix... what is this going to do? What is this going to do? Milk and cereal. And... No. We're not doing milk and cereal and oh my god. We'll mix waffles with... Let's see, what would go good? Not vegetable meat stir-fry, absolutely not. The vegetables would be definitely at odds with that. I would say that waffles would probably go really well with fried quail. Or sweet and salty buffalo stir-fried. Let's... No, not stir-fry. Fried quail. I guess that could do. Should we add another ingredient? Well, do you have any sweet syrup? Well, we don't have anything other than plain sugar syrup from the kitchen and honey from your room, sir. Then honey could work, I think. But those are my secret stash. How did you know about that, Ash? Well, I noticed that your lunch and dinner always have some honey on it. Gah, well fine. I guess it won't hurt to spare some. This better be good, Cassian. My honey depends on it. Well, we never know unless we tried. The three of you began making the recipe you proposed. It took a while, but Kody managed to create a dish that looked just like the chicken and waffle you used to see and eat back then. Whew, that took a bit of time. I tried to tweak each recipe so it will mix well together. Well, go on and dig in, Cassian. Okay. You took a bite of the fried quail. The skin is crispy and the meat is very, very juicy. The spice blend that Kody made went along perfectly with the honey sauce, which was quite a bit of heat to it. Then you took a bite of the waffle, which was cooked to perfection. Crispy and buttery on the outside, but fluffy on the inside. The spice from the chicken helps complement the buttery taste of the waffle. Ooh, this is so damn good, Kody! Perfect chicken and perfect waffle that go with each other so really well. But most of all, the binding agent in this dish, the one that gives it such depth, is the honey. The honey is not overly sweet and has a bit of aroma to it, even. Yeah, I'm glad the dish turns out so well. It's my secret stash, after all. It's a rare type of honey. I can only order it once in a while since it has to be imported from Hannan. Ah, speaking of Hannan, sir, our order for the festival has arrived. It's still in the harbor. Yeah, I noticed. Max told me about that, too. He said it's going to take a while for the produce to be delivered here since there are a lot of things coming from Hannan for the festival. Oh, there's going to be a festival? Yeah. Yes, a tournament to be precise. It's being held every 4 years. Many people will join to compete in various physical activities.
And we will open a food stand there. The tavern will be closed for the day and will reopen for the night shift. So I hope you can help me when the time comes, Cassian.
Will do.
Ha, love your enthusiasm. Well, let's get to work then, shall we? I'll put our menu on today's special.
Really?
Yes, it was quite a good idea. You should come here earlier from now on. We can discuss recipes more.
Thank you, Kody. I will if I can wake up early again, that is.
Well, you'll get a raise.
Tomorrow morning it is, then.
You both chuckled as you made the final preparations for the morning rush. Kody seemed particularly chatty today, and you couldn't help but feeling quite glad. You know, Cassian?
Yes?
This does remind me of the old days. The old boss and I used to try and make new recipes for the tavern. The food used to be bland and unappetizing, but since I started working here, the old boss would always ask me if I had something new in mind. He would show up early in the morning, open his notes, and start developing new recipes. He would ask me to chime in and tell me if I had something to add to the menu, and I would suggest to mix things up, just like you did.
Oh, I bet it turned out good as always, right?
Ha, not really. Most of them ended in a disaster. The chef's special is one of them. He chuckled sadly. It was our first collaboration effort, and a horrible one at that.
Oh, then why are you still serving it?
Just for old time's sake. Besides, some of our mercenaries still end up buying it for a bet. It's always fun to watch them finishing that horrendous meal. Or at least trying to.
You're a monster, Kody.
Ha, you betcha. I might be a monster, but I am this kitchen's monster.
Well, I think I prefer the menu you have now, Kody.
It wasn't easy coming up with these, you know. We once closed the kitchen for months trying to develop new concepts for the tavern's menu. We then tried a grand reopening 4 years ago at the sports festival. We opened a food stand and introduced our new menus. We managed to get a lot of customers, so needless to say, it worked quite well. Since then, the tavern slowly became the place you know now.
Whoa, that must have been quite the journey.
Indeed it was. After the old boss left, I decided to hire more people. At first we had Jen, then last year we got Ash on board.
Oh, Jen? Did he leave at some point?
Yeah, well,
I'm sorry, is something wrong, Kody?
Oh, it's nothing. I just wish that Jen said goodbye to me in person instead of by letter. It was a very abrupt leave to me.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Kody.
It's alright. Glad you decided to help me, Cassian.
I'm glad I could be of help, too.
Kody gave you his usual bear hug and a pat on the head. Well then, let's get out of there and start the day, shall we? Those customers aren't going to serve themselves. Let's go.
Let's go.
You started your shift with a bright smile. The crowds of patrons rushing to the tavern wasn't no longer a daunting sight to you. Your menu also seemed to be quite popular among the patrons. Even though you spent most of your shift helping Kody around, you still got quite a few more tips than usual. Even Kody gave you an extra bonus as your shift ended. You were saying goodbye to Kody when he suddenly grabbed your shoulder.
Is there anything else, Kody?
Well, I was kind of thinking about what Max said this morning. I think a bit of exercise wouldn't hurt.
Are you sure? I mean, just helping you around is enough, I think.
Not quite. It might help you in the kitchen, but not so much in actual combat. Let's go find a place to train.
Oh, all right.
Kody led you to an empty spot in the guild. It seemed to be one of the training rooms in the back halls, quite secluded and hidden from prying eyes. He took off his clothes and neatly left it at the side of the ground. Oh. Oh my. You blushed. It was your first time seeing his body like this. You could see that despite his round belly, he has quite a lot of muscle mass, kind of like Max's. I suggest you do the same. This is gonna get messy. Oh my god. Hello, thumbnail! That was perfect. Oh god, the creators know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. He nodded at you. What are we gonna do again? Practice, what else? Oh, okay. You then proceed to remove your shirt and jacket and left it beside his. Now, let's do a warm-up first, shall we? Can you do push-ups? Yeah. How many? I don't know, 25 maybe? Okay, do 35, 3 sets. Let's go! He quickly got to the ground and started doing push-ups. You couldn't help but follow his lead immediately. I can do about 40 push-ups. Probably about 50 if I really want to show off. Though you can only manage through the first set before having to take a breather. I can do 70 sit-ups, too. If you want to rest, do planks instead. I plank for about 50 seconds each. 30-second plank, go, go! All right, huh? You pulled yourself together and started the new routine with him. When you thought you were almost done, Kody shouted another order for push-ups. He kept doing this until you finished the warm-up. Now, run in place for 30 seconds and alternate with jumping jacks for 30 seconds. Do it for 5 minutes, now go! He barked another order when you're still catching your breath. Even he seemed out of breath as well, but he kept going anyway. You felt obliged to follow his lead again, despite still being out of breath. One hell of a warm-up later. Ah! Kody! Ah! I think I'm warm enough. Ah! Huh! I agree. Huh! Damn, it's been a while since I exercised this much. Huh? What should we do now? Well, I'm not good at active combat, but I'm very good at self-defense. I'll teach you how to take punches and defend yourself. All right. What is it? Oh, nothing. You just seem different when you're training me. Like, more vocal and stern. Oh, sorry, it's a bit of an old habit of mine. Well, prepare your stance. I will teach you some basic techniques. All right. You trained with Kody for a while. He let you throw quite a few punches at him before teaching you how to deflect the hits and even do a counterattack. He also advised you to do the warm-up routine each morning to strengthen your core and make your body tougher so you can take even more hits. After the session, you were quite sore, but could already feel yourself getting tougher. Phew, that's it for today, Cassian. Feels good to exercise. I should do this more often. Sure. It'll prove Max wrong, too. Ha! Remember that he will test you. You better be on his level when the time comes, Cassian. We should do this again tomorrow. That's fine by me. Heh, glad to know. Let's go back then. All right. You both put on your clothes after resting for a moment. Oh, by the way, why did Max suddenly visit you so early in the morning? Well, I honestly don't know. He suddenly lectured me about not giving you training. It seems whatever happened yesterday probably soured his mood. Oh, did something happen? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he had a fight with Rai. It seems something happened at the Acai tree. Another beast managed to slip through the barrier there. Alright guys, I'm gonna save it right here. Got a perfect thumbnail for today's video. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, leave a tip or a super thanks if you can, it always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!